Alright, we are back with another video. Another video. I got a couple to go over this time. Let's just get started then.
I need banana, tasty banana, put banana in my mouth, squeeze the peel, it comes in then squeeze banana. Do I still have all my childhood belongings at my parents' house? I don't know. I don't know the extent of what they've kept and what they haven't. They told me, I know this sounds crazy, but listen to this. They told me many times over the years, oh, they kept all my kids' stuff in their attic just in case I have kids and I want to give it to my kids. I want you to think about how crazy that sounds. What? Why, if I had kids, would I give my kids the stuff when I was a kid? I don't want my kid playing with fucking He-Man figures from the 1980s. I don't want them using a stroller from the 1980s. Like, what are you talking about? I don't know. And yes,
my parents did the same thing. I'm like, I can't have kids. I'm not gonna have kids. Because I'm gay. But my parents do the same thing, though, for both me and my sister. Like, I think that's just a parent thing to do. They want and wish to have grandchildren, right? And they're like, I mean, I'm all about nostalgia, like 100% of the time. So I'm great. Like, my parents didn't keep every toy or everything that I had. A lot of the times growing up, we would have like garage sales. So they would sell a lot of our older toys we didn't want anymore. And now, like, looking back, like, and just being, like, a bit nostalgic, like, yeah, I remember I had that toy that we sold or whatever. But they did keep some things from our childhood in the ever event that we would have kids and we would want to pass that on. And, like, I get that also, because if I did have kids, like, it would be kind of cool, like, in addition to the new toys you would give them, like, to have them play with, like, one or two of the other toys you had growing up kind of thing. It's like Circle of Life type of thing or something, right? But, like, I get that, and I think a lot of parents kind of feel the same way and do the same thing. At least my parents did.
I see someone asking in the chat, yes, my parents are just fucking stupid.
Don't
I want kids?
Too
old for kids. I'm 40 years old. I don't have money to do it. 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 I'm 40 years old. You know, financially, I'm not that sound. I mean, I'm getting to the point where I might be. Basically, I'm at a point in my life now where if I maintain the course of what I'm doing right
40
now,
years old going on 70.
I should be able to hopefully, fingers crossed, refinance
God.
my home within the next couple of years. And if I do that, then I should be all right.
Sorry.
And then I'll finally be financially sound.
He has been wanting to refinance his house for the past decade. Ever since he got that house, he wanted to refinance it. And if he does, he is going to lose that house so bad. He has learned nothing from his bankruptcy, and he's already trying to put himself right back into even more debt than he already had. Guaranteed he's probably going to have another bankruptcy or something in like 5 or 10 years. Why would you refinance that house? The house is falling apart, Phil, because you don't actually want to spend any money to repair it and maintain it. You have leaks. You have weird mold growing on the walls. Like, why would you refinance? That's the worst decision you could probably make. Jesus.
But I'll be in my 40s. I'm not gonna have kids. I don't want kids, first of all. And then on top of that, it's too late to have kids. It's not, you know, I don't have the money to do it, to raise kids properly. You know, there's so many people on this planet. They're like, just because I can have kids, I should have them. I've never been of that mentality. For me, it's if I was gonna have kids, it had to be within my means. It had to be that I know I could provide for those children and give them a really good life. I can't do that. I know I can't. I absolutely positively know I can't. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to have kids and then put them in a situation where we're struggling constantly and everything's messed up. Absolutely not. You know? So the answer is no.
Attorney of Forever did a 50-bit cheers. Is Burnell Jr. running around? Now there's the thought. Yeah, dude, there was, you know, the bottom line is, if I had a stable income and things were a lot, if I was a big YouTuber, I made a ton of money, if I was a big streamer, made a ridiculous amount of money, if I had a stable income and I didn't have these issues with taxes and shit,
You don't have a stable income, but you do make big money compared to other people, Phil. You make over $100,000 a year. If you actually knew how to budget and didn't overspend on everything, you could easily afford to have a kid. But I think we all agree that you should never have a kid. We are all very thankful you are not out there procreating, because you would be an awful father. I don't think his parents were that bad. I think maybe his mom coddled him a bit, but like, I don't think they are at fault for how he turned out. I think that's just some kind of mental issue, sociopath kind of thing happened, and narcissism and greed, all these different factors combined to make the worst human ever. Obviously, he's not the worst human ever, but like different outside factors that were beyond his parents' control conspired to make Phil the person he is now. And I don't think it was bad parenting that did that. I mean, there's the whole thing of like generational trauma and everything, and obviously I can't speak to what his childhood was like except for what he tells us. And we know Phil's an unreliable narrator as it is, so we don't really know exactly how his childhood was, even when he says it. So I don't think his parents screwed him up, though. I really like just the feeling I have. But he 100% would be like an awful father. He can't even like... He can't think of anyone outside of himself. He can't put anyone else above himself. He doesn't know self-sacrifice or discipline in order to do that. So he would 100% be the worst father.
And things constantly screwing me over. And also, if I didn't have, hundreds of people who were mentally ill constantly trying to hurt me, then maybe I consider having a kid. But I don't think so, man. Plus, I'm 35 years old. You know what I mean? It would be one thing if I was like mid-20s, but it's a little different now.
You can only have a kid if you're in your 20s? I know people in
their 30s
who have kids.
$1 tip. Can you consider consolidating
40s might
uploads?
be pushing
When
it a bit,
sub to your channel, you get 6 minimum notifications a day, sometimes more, to the point where it's hogging up notifications like it used to in the past. Limit, then daily rant.
Oh, this is a good one here. Let me go back a little bit, because I think this is the reason why I'm watching this. Oh, jeez. Sorry. I think this is the part where I wanted to watch. What's the right word? The narcissism and privilege is on full display right here coming up, if this is the part I'm thinking of. And just keep in mind, hold on one second. Actually, all right, real back. Sorry about that. Hopefully it paused, actually.
Sub to your channel, you get 6 minimum notifications a day, sometimes more, to the point where it's hogging up notifications like it used to in the past. Limit, then daily rant. Limit, then daily rant to just a few times a week. What does that even mean? Maybe limit, then daily rant to just a few times a week.
And he knows what it means. Like, yeah, they taped it stupid, right? Most people do because they're typing fast and they don't really care that much, right? This isn't a fucking English essay. You get the point of what the hell he means. It means you spend way too fucking long on your podcast and you're cutting it up into so many damn pieces. Again, you're recreating the same mistakes you made back in the early days of YouTube, when you would just flood people's inboxes with so many damn videos. And you're doing it again. And you never learn because you're so greedy. You want to get as many ad money as possible on these videos. So the more videos you have, the more money you get from ads. But you don't care that you're losing interest in people and people unsubscribing because they don't want their inboxes filled with your bullshit.
What? What does that mean?
You know what it fucking means.
What? What you're saying is you think I upload too much. All right. let's actually take a look at what I upload in a day. Okay?
And you admitted before that you uploaded too much and that it was a problem and you shouldn't have done it. And now, oh, it's not a problem anymore.
Level 1 podcast. It's a daily podcast, covers different topics every day. Love doing it, not stopping.
AKA your daily rant.
Every day I upload 5 gameplay videos. 3 for the morning, 2 for the late stream. If I actually have longer sessions or longer videos, usually it's 2 for the morning, 2 for the night stream. Correct?
Already way too much.
And then there's the daily wrap. The daily wrap is the way that I tell you everything that happened during the day. If you missed out on those videos, it's a way to recap it or whatever. All right?
Does anyone actually watch the daily wrap? Like, I mean, I know we do as detractors, but does his fans actually care about the daily wrap? Like, most of his fans probably actually watch his gameplay. They don't want some stupid bullshit summary of what had actually happened or not. It's such a waste, and it's already way too many videos for one single day. Imagine your inbox being flooded by notifications like that.
Outside of that, I've started uploading YouTube shorts, right? People wanted these. This is something that people said everyone's doing. Everyone does YouTube shorts. You got to do them too. It's interesting. It's necessary. And by the way, the shorts are doing well. The shorts, view-wise, do better than my videos. Just being honest, they do. And I think that's just the nature of the beast.
It doesn't mean anything.
You upload something fast, more people are going to watch it than a video.
And I correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know a whole lot about shorts or anything, but it's like very difficult to get any kind of decent money from shorts, I'm pretty sure. Like, so it doesn't matter if you're getting a lot more views on a short than you do your videos, because you're still not going to make that much more profit off of it. And that's just kind of sad in general anyway. The fact that your shorts are getting way more views than your actual content that you're supposedly so proud of, right?
That's an hour long of gameplay. Give you some perspective here, okay? A YouTube short I uploaded this morning, all right? And this was as I told you, the 1-minute montage of the weirdest night of Warzone ever. Already has 1,700 views and 82 thumbs up within an hour and a half.
So?
Yeah, it's doing really well.
Good for you. It's
so
not going to pay that much.
I understand what you're saying. You're like, oh, there's a lot of uploads in one day.
And that's the whole mentality. Oh, it's doing really well, so fuck you. I don't care if it floods your inbox. I don't care if it eventually will cost me more followers or more subscriptions in the future. It's doing well now. So I'm making money now. I don't care about the future. That's future me's issue. That's future me's problem. Who cares about then? Future Phil will have to deal with that. Current me is raking in the cash, and that's all I care about. Who cares that I'm flooding you guys' inboxes and notifications with how many videos did he say? It was like 2 in the morning, 1 at night, like 5 or probably, to be fair, 5 or 6, maybe even 7 videos a day. That's way too many for one fucking person. And it's like no one's gonna watch all of that shit. That's why you're not getting a whole lot of views. That's why your views on your videos are dropping as it is. But he doesn't care about that. Your shorts are doing well.
All right. Well, here's the thing. I'm not like all the other YouTubers out there that do 1 video a day. I actually work. Okay, I do. I put out way more content.
Oh, Lord, I forgot how good this video is. Oh, my God. I actually work. Phil, quality is above quantity. Quality will always be above quantity. Just because you put out 7 or 8 videos a day, adhere to this insanely autistic schedule that you have, that you put yourself through, first of all, doesn't mean that content is inherently any better than the YouTubers who make 1 video a day. You do realize that, right? The amount of actual effort that the YouTubers who make 1 video a day is probably a lot more than you half-assedly making 7 to 8 videos a day. You do realize that, right? So, oh, I actually work. No, you're actually probably not even putting as much effort as the other YouTubers who only make 1 or 2 videos a day. You're really not. And it doesn't inherently, like, more videos doesn't actually mean the better. It just means you're greedy and you're trying to get as much instant profit from it as soon as possible, and who cares about the future? And that's why you're in the predicament you're in currently. What's the right word? Instant gratification. Instant gratification is the epitome of Phillip Burnell. All he cares about is instant cash now. It's my money and I need it now. Call J&G 877 cash now. Because that's what he wants. He wants his money now. He earns that money by making 7 to 8 videos a day. And he wants that money right now. Instant gratification. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I'm not going to actually put effort into a video and just make one video a day and put actual effort and actually have, in his words, wait, what was it? Oh, God, I'm trying to remember. Sorry. In his words, quality content. He doesn't care about actual quality content. He likes to pretend his content is quality, but it's not. His content is shit quality. It really is. The people who actually, like, put effort into the videos and make, like, only 1 or 2 videos a day or so, that actually has a lot more quality than his half-assed bullshit cash grab content does. Just because you make more videos a day than anyone else does not automatically mean that content is any better. Because it's not.
Than the vast majority of YouTubers out there. All right? I just do. Why? Because, number one, I'm a real gamer. I'm not here to just put out an edited piece of content 1 a day and say, oh, I'm done. I'm not a news story guy. Oh, there's 2 news stories today, 2 videos. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm a gamer.
I'm someone who has passion for what he does. If you can't tell, when I play these games, I have a lot of fun. I want to make progress in the games. I am a Let's Player while I am working to diversify myself to do other stuff. A Let's Player cannot put out 1 video a day. It's not going to happen, all right? 1 video a day, I'll make no progress in anything. We'll never finish any games. If I was a ginormous Let's Player who had millions...
But half of your content of gameplay is downtime that could be edited out. If you actually took effort, you could make a 1 or 2 hour video a day and actually have the good entertaining bits pieced together in that video, cut out all the meaningless bullcrap, all the shoutouts to all these people or whatever, all these pauses and going on rambles and rants that you do and shit that stretch it out to like 6 or 7 videos a day. You could cut that all out and cut it together into like a quality thing that still will show progression. Like, you could still play the game for as long as you play it during the day and narrow that content down to 1 or 2 videos a day. You understand? So like, you could still play the game for like 6 or 7 hours a day and just narrow it down to a shorter video with all the quality content that still shows the natural progression from the beginning of the day to the end of the day, cutting out all the meaningless downtime and all the bathroom breaks and shit that you never cut out. Like, you will go on a bathroom break or go stretch your legs or whatever, or Jasper's coming, all this meaningless drivel content no one cares about, you could cut out and actually have it be an entertaining watch for people. That's your job. You're supposed to do that to make it a coherent product that your fans can enjoy. They don't care about this downtime or these meaningless trivial things like that. You understand that, right? Or, here's the thing, like, instead of 4 or 5 different videos a day, just have like an archive channel where you can just upload the entire stream. Don't chop up your entire stream from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. You could leave up on the archive channel, and then on your main channel, you just have the 1 or 2 edited videos that I was talking about that show the natural progression on your main channel. And then you could be like, hey, Dents, if you want to watch the entire stream from beginning to finish for the day, go on to my secondary channel where I have the entire stream uploaded, and you can see all the different shoutouts, the Jasper segments, the days off segments, my stupid rant segments. You can see all of that in one giant video for the day. And then on my main channel, you can actually see the actual good quality bits of my video in 1 to 2 videos a day here that show the natural progression of how I progressed throughout the day of streaming from one point to the other point in this video game, showing progress. Why don't you do that? Because that way everyone wins. Your dumbass dunce, or the people who actually want to watch the whole thing, want to hear their shoutouts, still get their shoutouts and all that stuff over there, and the people who just want to watch your gameplay for whatever god reason can go onto your main account and just see your normal main account, the 1 to 2 videos there. How easy is that? But you don't want to put in the effort to do that, do you, Phil? You don't have to work, I mean, you don't have to do 2 streams a day either. You really don't. Your chill gameplay is worthless. You could play multiple games. Like, you could just work from, like, your first stream, extend your first stream a little bit, and then you could do 2 different games there if you really wanted. You don't have to work on just one game. But you don't really need 2 different streams. You really don't. You're, like, really bad at this organization thing.
Millions of views and a ginormous viewer base that I could do 1 video a day. I'm not. I never was, by the way. And by the way, back in the day when I was super popular, I still uploaded as much as I do because I love what I do. I actually care. This is not a paycheck for me. This is a...
Yes, it is. Oh my god. It so is. It shows in every video you release that this is just a paycheck for you, and your quote-unquote passion for video games has just diminished over the years to where it's clear you're just faking being a gamer and don't really have any strong opinions on games one way or the other, and don't get fired up or passionate about video games. When was the last time you were looking through upcoming video games or was actually showed any kind of actual excitement for a game coming out, huh, Phil? When? You don't have passion, and it comes across that you don't have actual passion, and that you're stuck doing this every single day with no passion whatsoever, and you don't actually like games the way you used to. Passion. Because you chose to do it for a job.
Therefore, no, I'm not going to stop playing games and upload less. That's ridiculous. You have the means to stop seeing that many notifications in your inbox. You do. You have the ability when you subscribe to a channel to say what you do and don't want to see. So why are you yelling at me because I'm prolific? Instead, learn how to use YouTube.
Do you hear that? I want to repeat that fucking thing. First off, before I repeat it, you subscribe to someone, you can turn on notifications, or you can turn notifications off with the bell icon, right? As far as I'm aware, you can either hit the bell icon to actually get notified or not. But even if they are subscribed to you and you don't have notifications on, your subscription box is still going to be filled with his videos. Correct? So if I subscribe to DSPGaming and I don't click the bell icon, my subscription list is still going to be filled with his dumbass video content, right? I can't choose to see less of that content unless I unsubscribe from him altogether. So it's clear that in the 15 years of him being a content creator, he still doesn't have any fucking clue of how to use YouTube. And I mean, I've been watching YouTube for a while, but I haven't been watching YouTube for as long as he's been on YouTube. And like, I know this, so why doesn't he know this? You can subscribe. Look right here. Okay, look. Unless they changed personalized, you get personalized. I don't even know what that means, honestly, so I might be incorrect. You will get personalized notifications. Yeah. So how do you adjust the personalized thing? I don't know. So maybe I'm wrong. I don't fucking know. But most people just either subscribe or they don't subscribe. Oh, look at that. You can actually hit none. So I'm wrong then. Yeah, you can subscribe to him and just hit none. But why would his dunce want to hit none? And not to, like, if the whole point of subscribing to someone theoretically would be to see their content show up on your feed, right? If I, like, for Memeology 101, right? I want to see his videos come across my subscription box. So I just hit subscribe all to see his stuff show up. I don't really know what personalized does, to be honest. So I might be incorrect. And I'll 100% take it back if I am incorrect on that. Because I don't know what personalized actually does or how you can adjust personalized. But why would I subscribe and say none, but still be counted as a subscription for Memeology? Right? Because, like, the whole point of subscribing, like, at that point, I might as well just unsubscribe, right? There, I unsubscribe. It's the same as having none. Correct? So, why would I do that? If I actually like his video and his content, why the hell would I hit none? Why wouldn't I just unsubscribe like I did? To not give any support, to not see any of his content. So, I might be wrong with the whole personalized thing, because I don't honestly know how that works. And to be honest, I can't be half-assed to actually look it up, because most people I subscribe to, I actually want to see all their content come across my stuff. Because most people I subscribe to don't flood the goddamn YouTube algorithm with as many videos as possible to try to make as much money as possible. Most detractors I know don't do that, Phil. So I want to support them. I want to actually see their content because they actually have good, decent content, unlike yours. So yeah, I will do that. So I don't know why someone would click none and still, like, want to see your videos. And I'm like, if that's the case, you're basically just telling them to unsubscribe to your content at that point. And you wonder why your subscription count is going down. You wonder why your whales are shrinking, why they're not giving you money every single day anymore. You wonder why your views are dropping so bad. You wonder why. Let's go to videos. Hey, look, it's not that bad. 804, okay. 814, 914, 505, 701, 458, 312. These are not very... Okay, there, that one's pretty good. So you're getting some decent views on the Resident Evil, it looks like. Apparently people are watching your daily rap, but I bet you the majority of those views are actually detractors. No one gives a shit about your Metroid Prime, though. Oh, because everything's a puzzle boss, right? Oh, it's a puzzle boss. No one is watching your Metroid Prime there, though, Phil. They love watching you make an ass of yourself, though. No one's really even watching your Like a Dragonation. Elder Scrolls are doing kind of poorly, too. And if you were to go, like, 2 or 3 years before in the past, his views would be a lot higher than they are now. They're not doing good. They're actually dropping still. Pretty bad. So, yeah. Look at this mess. Nothing is organized. These are out of order, too. Like, 20 is all the way over here. 21, 22. I thought he babysitted his uploads. Does he not? And most of these thumbnails look really bad. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say anything because my thumbnail... I don't even do thumbnails. I just let YouTube pick them, but whatever.
When I was super popular, I still uploaded as much as I do because I love what I do. I actually care. This is not a paycheck for me. This is a passion. All right.
Lies.
Therefore, no, I'm not going to stop playing games and upload less. That's ridiculous. You have the means to stop seeing that many notifications in your inbox. You do. You have the ability when you subscribe to a channel to say what you do and don't want to see. So why are you yelling at me? Because I'm.
So is he talking about the personalized thing again? Because I just hit personalize and it didn't give me a choice of what I wanted and didn't want to see. So is there, hold on, is there some, let me go on a trip really quick here. Where would that be? I don't know. Is it settings? Your data? Oh, crap. I didn't mean to, I meant to right click on that. No, this is just YouTube controls and shit. I lost my space.
Because, number one, I'm a real gamer. I'm not, if you can't tell, when I play these games, I have a lot of fun. Views and a ginormous viewer base, then I could do what I do. I actually care.
Alright, we're back. Now let me just see. Right click this time. Playback and performance. Yeah, I'm not seeing one here. I'm not. So I don't know where the preference things is. I'm not seeing it. So I think you're just talking out your ass there, Phil. I'm probably going to have to cut that segment because it was just, maybe it showed too much. I don't know. But I'm not seeing any, it just says you can choose personalized, but I'm not getting any option to choose what I can and can't see from the subscription thing. So you're just talking out your fucking ass, unless I'm just not seeing it. But
this is not a paycheck for me. This is a passion. All right. Therefore, no, I'm not going to stop playing games and upload less. That's ridiculous. You have the means to stop seeing that many notifications in your inbox. You do. You have the ability when you subscribe to a channel to say what you do and don't want to see. So why are you yelling at me? Because I'm prolific. Instead, learn how to use YouTube.
Why are you yelling at me? Why are you criticizing me? Oh, but I take constructive criticism. Let me just scooch over here really quick.
I think that's probably the biggest thing here. You know,
I think you're right. I think it comes with being one of the most prolific content creators of gaming that have been, over 100,000 videos. 15
There's
years
that
of my
illusions
life.
of grandeur.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't care. I'm not saying it's good content. I'm saying it's just habit,
I'm not saying it's good content. You see how, when he's confronted like that, he oh, no, I'm not saying it's actually good content. I'm just saying there's a lot of content. He 100% believes it's good content.
It's shave you out. I don't care.
You
when
can
I put myself...
There's that illusions of grandeur.
No, I don't care. I'm not saying it's good content. I'm saying it's just habit, You can say it's shave you out. I don't care. But when I put myself...
You clearly do care, because when that guy just said your content was shit and that you post too much, you get all pissy. You're like, why are you criticizing me? So clearly you do care if people like your content or not. It is shit content, Phil, and a lot of people think so.
Out there that much, there's just that much more to microanalyze. And when I'm a small-time guy, and you see concretely, if we make that video about Phil, number one, you're getting the clickbait views. You're getting money because a video about Phil, number one, guy. And it's much more to microanalyze. And when I'm a small-time guy, it's that much more to microanalyze. And when I'm a small-time guy...
I'm a small-time guy.
To microanalyze. And when I'm a small-time guy...
I'm a small-time guy. I'm a small-time guy.
Not many notifications in your inbox. You do. You have the ability when you subscribe to a channel to say what you do and don't want to see. So why are you yelling at me because I'm prolific? Instead, learn.
I'm a small-time guy. I'm one of the most prolific guys at YouTubers. I'm one of the most prolific YouTubers. Oh, but you can say my content shit or not. I don't care. I'm a small-time guy. Like, which one is it, Phil?
Learn how to use YouTube.
He's one of the least, like, one of the last people who should be
saying that.
How
about that? After 15 years, baby, I'm tired of hearing shit that people don't want to learn how to use fucking YouTube. You learn it, not me.
That's not what they're complaining about. They're complaining about how much of a shitty content creator you are. You haven't changed at all in that aspect, Phil. You refuse to learn YouTube. You refuse to put effort in. And people have been complaining to you for literally decades now, and you still don't do anything about it. And then you wonder why your subscriptions, why your views, why everything is dropping, and you're eventually gonna be shit out of luck because you have no backup plans or anything like that.
Jesus,
how dare people criticize my content?
But I suck. I'm a terrible gamer.
I'm a small-time guy.
If I'm going to bring a life into this world, okay, I'm going to do it in a situation.
All right, that's it for that one. So we got this older video here from Duty Streams. This was on January 15th. And I apologize for the fake, but this is, I didn't know where this actual video clip was from. So
I set everything up to upload, and you know, everything's good. I go downstairs, and I'm talking with Kat, where she's telling me about her day playing Oblivion, and we're having a good time, and whoop, power goes out.
She's talking about her day playing Oblivion. She's talking about her day playing Skyrim. My god, girl, please play a new game for once in your goddamn life that's not Oblivion, Skyrim, or Morrowind. Please, even play The Witcher 3 again at least. Jesus Christ, play a new game.
And we're like, whoa, and I looked, and it was like 10:15, roughly.
I said, whoa, the power went out, bro.
Outside, I open the back door, it's like, well, it's raining a little bit, but there's no wind or anything, so I wonder what the heck caused this out of nowhere. And I look, it's the whole neighborhood. It's not just like us or localized to our street. The entire neighborhood has no power. So obviously something major has happened.
It's the apocalypse, Droob.
So, luckily for us, we're prepared. See, I grew up in Connecticut. And in Connecticut, power outages were actually pretty frequent. I would argue we had 5 of them a year, because in Connecticut, you have like the worst weather. You have terrible thunderstorms, horrible windstorms, you know, insanely excessive heat, terrible ice and snow. I've been through so many situations where the power went out in Connecticut that I'm always prepared, okay?
Oh, I can't wait to see how prepared he is for the power. I live in New York, and it's not New York City, it's Western New York. So it's not that far away from Connecticut. And yeah, we get some snowstorms here and there, but like the power doesn't really go out that often, and the weather's not nearly as bad as he always claims it to be. Really. I mean, yeah, because I live closer to a lake. I live close to Lake Ontario, so we do get a lot of lake effect snow, and sometimes a blizzard or two here and there in the winter. But it's very rare that the power would actually go out. And I mean, I've never been to Connecticut, so I don't know, but it's not that far away from us. So I don't really know how much worse it could be over there, especially when they're farther away from any lake.
So I immediately start going around the house. I know where the first flashlight is. I grab the first flashlight, and this leads me on a flashlight quest. You know, going through the house, grabbing all the flashlights in the house. Now the good thing is, we already have a lot of candles in the home that automatically go on around 10 p.m. We have a lot of battery powered.
We already have a lot of candles that Liana left us. The Panda Lee left because she was in a hurry to get the fuck out. And because I don't shower a lot, so I stink up the place. So Kat has to burn a lot of candles naturally anyway. So it's a good thing we have a lot of candles in place.
Candles in the house, particularly in the living room, that go on around that time for nice ambient lighting. So the living room already
ambient lighting?
Fine. We can see everything in the living room. Like, wow, this is fine. But the rest of the house is pitch black. So I had to go around the house grabbing it, and when I finally collected all of them,
Are
I was
you
like, all right,
scared
quite a
of
while
the
since we had a
dark?
power outage, because out here in Washington, we almost never get a power outage. It's very rare if our power actually goes out here in Washington State. Very often it would go out in Connecticut. All right. Ronnie says, was Jasper going crazy? He was definitely intrigued. Of course, cats have better eyesight than humans in the dark. So he was walking around with me, basically, as we went around the house gathering the flashlights. He was intrigued and wanted to follow me around, wondering what was going on. He wasn't freaked out at all. He was just, you know, curious. What the heck's happening here?
I mean, obviously
So,
they can see in the dark.
You know, I went through the house, grabbed everything, plopped it all down in the kitchen. Okay, we've got one room light. What this is a large LED light that just is like, will fill a room, okay? That one takes a ton of batteries, but it also lasts a very long time.
Why the hell would you have that? You just admitted that so he's been saying he's prepped and he's used to, he's prepared for power outages and everything like that, right? But then he said that in Washington State, the power doesn't go out that much. So if the power doesn't go out that much in Washington State, why do you have so many flashlights? Why do you have this mega spotlight thing that takes like probably 12 AA or quadruple A batteries? I don't know. Like, why do we have this massive freaking spotlight and all this, like, so many different flashlights if the power rarely goes out in Washington State? I mean,
We got two high-powered flashlights.
maybe he just likes spending money, I think. Maybe it's like, well, at least we'll have it for him already. But, I mean, like, I think I have, like, 2 flashlights, maybe? I have candles, too, but...
Lights that are adjustable. Like, okay, this is good for walking around the house and seeing everything we need to do. And then I had one mini flashlight. It's one of those ones you click with your thumb and just hold like this. And then we had another one.
Yeah, it's called
that was
a
longer
normal flashlight.
This one is actually meant to go in places you can't really see well. It has like a stretchy neck, so you go around corners and stuff. And then lastly, we
What?
had a emergency radio. So this emergency radio has a rechargeable battery in it and a crank. And you can crank this crank a lot. You go, you know, for like 10, 15 minutes, and then it charges the battery for like 20 minutes, so you can use this radio and you can listen to what's going on if there's an emergency in your area. But it also has a built-in light, but it also runs on...
He's acting like this is a fucking apocalypse and that the rapture is happening outside and there's probably tornado watch going on too, and it's like, breaker 5-2, we have demons at the 5 o'clock and it's hailing rain and we got fires falling from the sky, so well, there's no power outage, stay inside and have all your flashlights up and ready so you can see the demons when they come in and tear the flash from your souls, because good luck ever getting the power back on. Like, he's acting like he's in a bomb shelter right now. He's acting like he's in a bomb shelter and nukes are dropping outside, is what he's acting like. Why would you need, like, okay, assuming the power just instantly goes off, I'm assuming you probably still have some battery charge left on your phone, right? So conserve the battery on your phone, check every once in a while to see if you still have any kind of access to, like, Verizon data or whatever your phone's data thing is, to see, like, why the power went out or when it's estimated to get back on. But, like, do you really need, like, I mean, I can get it if, like, you live in, like, Tornado Valley where tornadoes or hurricanes are frequent. I can get that, but he lives in Washington. There was not an earthquake. There's no tornadoes. Why would you need something like that for a small power outage that probably didn't even last all that long? My God.
AAA batteries. So I was like, all right, we don't know what's going on. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pop in all the batteries into everything. So I pop in basically, some of the flashlights still worked well. The 2 handheld flashlights were fine. But the emergency light, we hadn't worked, not the emergency, the room light, we hadn't used in 100 years. So I'm like, okay, these batteries probably aren't good. And I open it, and one of them had corroded. I'm like, oh, it's gross.
Yep.
So I cleaned it out, you know, got rid of the broken batteries, wiped it all out, cleaned it up.
That's how
put in
long
new
it's been
batteries,
sitting
turned it
there,
on.
not
Whoa,
being
it's so
used.
bright. It's like the whole bottom floor is bright with this LED light. Like, whoa, it's so good. So we got that on. And
you see
then I
how
start, you know, putting in batteries to the other.
you see how he just wastes money on stupid shit, but he won't spend any money on actually, like, maintaining his actual house. Do they even have, like, a single bathroom in the house that actually has everything functioning in it? Oh, this bathroom doesn't have the shower working. This bathroom, the toilet doesn't really work. This bathroom, you can only use the sink. Like, And then you have the leaking under the faucet, you have the ants going on, you have the mold on the ceiling. Like, your house is falling apart, but you'll spend all this money on like a dozen different batteries and flashlights for the odd, rare occasion when the power might go out. It's just like he likes spending money on stupid shit.
I got the emergency radio working. But the good thing is, with our phones now, if the internet goes out, because we have them connected obviously to our wireless internet here, they go right to the satellite internet. And immediately I got a couple emails, one from the power company and one from my internet company, both saying, so you got a power outage, you know, it's reported, and, you know, our estimated time is about 2 hours, where it'll be down and it probably will come back up. So the rest is easy, no big deal. It's not like this is a giant disaster. We should have things up and running in about a 2-hour time frame.
Oh, good. All the 6 or 7 flashlights you have should maybe last you 2 measly hours of power outage going on. And I recently was watching with Lefty and Logan and Indrid the Hurricane Sandy vlogs of his from when he was in Connecticut with Panda Lee, and how they were sitting there during the daytime with all the curtains drawn and wasting flashlight batteries and flashlights. And I'm like, it's during the daytime. You could open your curtains and let some sunlight in still. I mean, it wasn't super bright sunny, but you could still at least let natural light in your house and not waste all your freaking flashlight batteries and everything. No, he's sitting there with the flashlights on with that stupid wind-up freaking emergency radio that he must have brought along with him. And it's like, he's acting like he's like waiting on the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse or 5 multiple hurricanes to come through in a bunker somewhere. And it's like, oh God, are we gonna be okay? Oh my God, it's just a power outage, Phil.
That's not so bad. Kat was getting upset. She's like, man, this is the one time a day we get to spend time together and relax. Now we can't do what we normally do.
These people are hopeless.
I was like, yeah, I know, but yeah, I come from Connecticut where literally the power would go out so many times that it wasn't that big of a deal to me. I was like, let's pour ourselves a couple of drinks. So we did. We poured 2 margaritas. We each had a margarita. We sat there talking. She was telling me about
the default of Phil is just straight to drinking. Power out. Woohoo! Let's get drinking, guys. Get my gin ready.
Oblivion. I was telling her about stuff from my day and stuff. And so basically,
oh, I'm sure she enjoyed you talking about your day, Phil.
Then the battery up here starts going crazy. The battery backup for the PC, because I have a battery backup for the PC. All right, I bought it. I want to say I bought it like 2017.
What? Huh? What? If your power goes out and you have a battery backup for your PC, wouldn't you shut your PC down? Like, why would you keep your PC running? Like, just in case, you know? Like, what if lightning strikes and zaps all you... I don't know if he has a power surge protector or not, but, like, why would you waste okay, suppose it was a longer power outage than just 2 hours, right? Why would you waste the precious, like, and he's about to say how old his battery backup is for his PC or whatever, right? So why would you waste that battery usage by just having it up when you are literally just sitting there talking with your wife? Why wouldn't you just shut that off and conserve the battery then? And I'm sure she just loved having him actually come down and actually talking to her for one. She's like, damn it, the power went out. Now I gotta actually talk to this asshole.
It was probably 2016, okay? My old battery backup had died, and therefore, if the power went out, everything here would go out, and that's not good. For the PC, you don't want to have a PC that just goes off when the power goes out. That could destroy your PC. Oh, I know from experience, okay?
Oh, I know from experience. Isn't your PC running on Windows 8 right now? I'm pretty sure it's shutting down. Wait, also, isn't this the guy who never shuts his PC and electronics down literally ever? Like, he always keeps his consoles running on rest mode until he needs to use them, and then he turns them on. He never shuts anything actually down. So, like, why wouldn't you shut your PC down every now and then? I have mine go on sleep mode every night. But, like, shutting it down every now and then is actually good for your PC? Even if the power went out and, like, it was unexpectedly shut off, it only takes like what, like maybe a minute or two for it to like restore itself and come back on when the power goes back on. It's not that big a deal usually. Pretty sure it wouldn't ruin your computer, but with how outdated his computer is, I wouldn't be surprised. And the fact that his computer almost never gets shut down anyway, it might not show, or it might not turn back on, honestly. It's like, oh, thank God I get to shut down. I'm never coming back. Because, like, how shitty his computer probably is and right at this point. Jesus.
So I have a battery backup here, but it's old. You know, it's from like at the latest. It's like 2017. So you're talking like a 5-6-year-old battery backup that's on every day, all day.
See?
So the thing, within 5 minutes of the power being out, because, you know, I went around the house, I grabbed all the flashlights, right? I got the batteries in them, and I started pouring his drinks. All of a sudden, beep, 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 beep. Uh-oh. So I come up here, and I look, and it's like, oh, you only have like 10 minutes left. I was like, 10 minutes left? What are you talking about? Why? This thing should be charged. Apparently it wore out. You know, it's in there.
Oh no, what am I going to do?
They're giving me like desperate little time to like, you must shut everything off now. If you don't, within 10 minutes, it's going to shut off anyway. So I'm like, all right, well, what are you going to do? It said that it's not going to, the power's not going to come back for like 2 hours. So I might as well just shut down the PC. Because remember, the PC was in the middle of uploading the day's videos.
Oh no, I would lose all my day's videos to being uploaded.
Nor had it finished uploading the, you know, the Q&A and vlogging, you know, session that we had done where we determined that it would be Signalis that I'd be playing next. So those were kind of mid upload. I was like, well, what are you going to do? Doesn't look like it's coming back in time, so I might as well just shut everything down. So I did. I shut off the monitors. I shut off the PC.
Precious time wasted.
So then I said, all right, good. So I go downstairs, and my wife and I are basically just sitting in the living room. We're having a drink. We're talking. And waiting for the power to go back on eventually. And my wife is like, well, I'm getting hungry. You know, I was going to have a night snack, but now I can't do anything warm. I don't know what I'm going to do. I was like, well, what can you do? We have no heat. We don't have gas. We don't have a gas oven. We have an electric oven. So it's like, not like you can turn on the oven and warm anything. I guess, you know, we're limited to what we can do. Sucks, but, you know, that's life. And all of a sudden, as we're having this conversation here, beep, 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 beep. Sounds like a time bomb ticking down. I was like, what the hell? So I come back up here. So now the battery is like, oh, you have like 30 seconds and the battery's going to turn off. I'm like, I turned everything off. So the battery itself warns you when the power's out and warns you that it has something draining it. But then also when it's about to turn off, it goes crazy, ape shit. It sounds like a time bomb ticking down. I was like, all right, whatever. So I held down the button, and finally it turned itself off. I was like, what an annoying thing. So that was off. All right. We go back downstairs, and
you see how useless these people are? And they probably don't have a whole lot of food in their house anyway, since it's pretty obvious they don't really cook that much anyway, right? Now, I get it, everything's electric, so they can't really do much in that aspect. But, like, you don't have anything? You don't have, like, something to make cereal or like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something even? Oh, we're really limited. We can't really eat anything. Or like even a tuna sandwich or something. Hell, open up a can of beans and eat that shit cold. Like, oh no, we're above that. We can't do that. We gotta wait. Or even just get a bag of chips or something. Jeez. These people are useless.
At this point now it's been over an hour because the power went out around like, I want to say like...
Can you imagine like a major catastrophe happening in Washington? These guys would be dead in like a couple hours.
And all of a sudden the power goes back on. We're like, okay, this is good because it's only 11:30. Now usually we go to bed around 12:30ish. We're like, we at least now the power back on. We got about an hour. My wife can have something warm to eat if she wants or whatever. So then I had to come back up here, turn everything back on, get the videos re-uploading. You know, no problem. And that was good. I will say this. This is one of the distinct improvements from having moved from Connecticut to Washington State. In Connecticut, inclement weather was a huge problem, all right? During the winter, you would always get heavy snow, sleet, ice. The roads would be terrible, very dangerous. You'd always have to remove an insane amount of snow every year, ton of times. Your car would constantly get buried in snow and ice. You know, it would be like an igloo. You'd have to crack it out of there.
He hated doing any kind of manual labor, didn't he? Like... I grew up my whole life here in New York, and like I said, we get a lot of snow, and like, normally, you just kind of tend to get used to driving in snowy, wet, slippery conditions. Like, yeah, you're probably gonna crash your car a few times, like, when you're first learning it in the snow and everything, but like, most people around here are kind of like, know how to drive in the snow. But like, you can always tell if someone's like not from around here who have out of place state license plates or whatever, and there's like even a little bit of snow on the road and they're like freaking out It's like usually you kind of get to learn how to drive in snowy conditions or whatever, or like, oh no, I have to dust the snow off of my car. This is horrible. How am I gonna do this? It's like it's just part of the day here, you know? It's not that hard. And he's making it seem like it's this huge, massive chore you have to do.
And it'll be unsafe.
And where did he go anyway? Like, was this before or after he got fired from his job? Because after he got fired from his job, he wouldn't drive out anyway. He was a hermit. The only time he would go anywhere was like, oh man, I gotta go to GameStop and get the newest game. But he doesn't even do that anymore. So who cares?
Very dangerous. Then, come summer, you'd have insanely hot, 100-degree plus weather, plus high humidity, thunderstorms, tornadoes. Yes, they had tornadoes in Connecticut.
Really?
Windstorms. That would cause power outages. And like I said, like it would be a frequent thing. Quite a few times a year, I'd be out of power and kind of assed out and not able to do anything. There was one time, and this is documented, I was out of power for almost a week. Yeah, almost a whole freaking week. There was no power. What? Yeah, I mean, what kind of a system do they have over there that the power can go out for a week? And it did. It was like 4 or 5 days with no power. It was insane. And it wasn't like, oh, it was because there was a disaster. There's just terrible infrastructure, not prepared for anything over there. I really hate.
Like, if we actually are to take him at his word, that would kind of suck. That would warrant more, like, emergency radio shit, whatever. But, like, I'm kind of doubtful that actually happened anyway. But it's like, yeah, like, and that's the other thing, like, oh, I have nothing. Like, he relies on electricity so much. It's like, oh, what can I do? Like, you could go outside and take a walk if it's not, like, storming out. Like, if it's just the power randomly goes off and it's not a massive storm, you could walk around and look at, like, the destruction the storm brought. You could read a damn book. Just light a candle and, like, read a book to entertain yourself or something. But he doesn't do any of that. He relies on electricity. He relies on TV and Hulu and all this shit.
I look back fondly at the food. I look back fondly at the zoo.
Do you think he even has, like, a non-electric can opener? Probably freaking not.
And I look back fondly at, my family, my parents and stuff who I used to spend time with. That's it. Everything else about that place is ass. The weather, family. At the food, be honest, you can always look back. A lot of people look back fondly, right? I look back fondly at the food. I look back fondly at the zoo.
At the zoo. What do you remember most about, what do you miss most about Connecticut? Well, I mean, there's my family, there's the food. Oh, and the zoo. Are you fucking serious?
Anything over there. I really hated living there. Just be honest, you can always look back. A lot of people look back fondly, right? I look back fondly at the food.
At the zoo.
I look back fondly at the zoo.
At the zoo. Oh my god.
My family, my parents and stuff who I used to spend time with. That's it. Everything else about that place is ass. The weather, the prices and taxes, the fucking people, the government is shit. There are too many people living there.
Government shit all over the country, not just in Connecticut.
The population density is too high. Crime was going up and everything.
Population density isn't high in Seattle? In Washington State? Are you serious?
It's very hard for me to say, wow, I really miss Connecticut in a major way because it was really bad there. Like, no exaggeration, I just did not like being there. And I was so happy when I was finally able to leave.
Was it worth all the money you spent?
And so, here in Washington State, this is definitely one of the biggest changes. We don't get tons of
cured his
weather
back,
at all,
apparently.
and therefore, we don't have these issues with power outages, internet outages, and shit like that.
Instead, they have
actually
ants.
Much more capable of doing a full-time job here as an online content creator in Washington. I've been far more consistent and had almost no issues since I moved here. Almost 9 years ago.
Right.
As opposed to in Connecticut, it was like all the time we had problems. I couldn't upload and stuff. So, yeah, it wasn't that bad at all. And then it was funny because we go to sleep, as usual, and we wake up this morning, and this morning I get emails. Oh, I don't know if you're aware, your power's back on. A text too, I got text messages, automated text messages. Yeah, your power's on. I was like, it's 10 a.m. and I'm getting this now. The power went on at like 11:30 last night. They waited 11 and a half hours to send out this notice as if I'm stupid. I can't tell the fucking power's on. Tell me what the hell the point that was. I have no idea. And by the way, I do have battery backup for my alarm clock, which is good, because if I didn't, this has happened to me a few times where power actually went out when I was asleep. And the next morning, I wake up.
Oh no, he'll be late for work.
Oh shit. Now, of course, this is back when, I used to have like office jobs and stuff. And I have to call the office or call the job. Like, I'm so sorry, we had a power outage here. My clock is blinking. The alarm didn't go off. I slept right through it. I'm working. I'm going to be in as soon as I can. I'm embarrassed. You know, what can I do? It's just a human thing. And admittedly, most of my jobs were very okay with that. They weren't too bad about it because they realized the human thing that happens, especially if there's a reported power outage, you know, they believe you. So it is what it is. But anyway, it wasn't that bad. That was a little power outage story for you guys, okay? So no big deal last night. So, you know, not much lost of anything. I mean, if anything, the videos are a little delayed, but it's not that huge of a deal. And we're prepared. We are absolutely prepared. I even said to my wife, you know, our candles that go on automatically downstairs, I think they run for about 4 to 6 hours. I said, hey, if the power doesn't come back on tonight, just turn them back on. And, you know, that way we have light down here, right? We don't
Turn them back on?
And, of course,
his candles go on automatically and turn the candles back on. Are they like artificial, like battery operated candles? Is that what you're talking about? Are they on a timer? Or are you talking about actual lighting candles where you have to light them? Is that what you're talking about? Because usually you wouldn't say, oh, I'm going to turn this candle on now. Flick, flick, light. What the fuck?
we went to sleep. It wasn't going to be a big deal anyway. So,
Jesus Christ. Alright, that's it for that, I think. Yeah, it is. Alright. We got one more here, and then we'll be done. Another duty streams, rest in peace. More narcissism from the pig. Alright, hold on. Alright, sorry about that. I had to, find the video since it originally was on duty stream on Odyssey after he was banned on YouTube, and then the video disappeared from Odyssey even though I had the tab open, so now I had to find it through Snort Burnell, and I was finally able to find it again. And this is just getting more and more annoying because if Phil had just fucking left these people alone, the content would have originally been right where it was before, and no one would have bothered with this. But no, it's like, just leave people alone. It's transformative fucking work. Sorry. Almost done here. Sorry about that. Last thing, really quick, here.
I think Wings dislikes me because of the Lolcow podcast falling apart. I don't know, and I don't really care. If he dislikes me for something like that, that's silly. If he dislikes me for anything else, that's valid, okay? You have a right to like or dislike someone. That's your prerogative in life. But I have the right to choose if I want to do something with my own life and my own content, and I have the right to say I don't want to do something, right? That's my right, and sorry if you lost an opportunity because I wouldn't participate. Maybe that means the opportunity was stupid to begin with. Why is it hinging on every single person being involved? It doesn't make sense, right? That's really stupid. If anything, alright, can we be really honest here? Do you want to know the truth? The whole show hinges on me. The show doesn't work without me, you understand? Like, the show with me and Boogie, or the show with me and Wings, is still the show. If I'm not the show doesn't work. Do you understand? So I was the key component of the show, or else the show would have went on without me. So there you have it.
There you have it. I'm a narcissist. Like, no, I'm pretty sure they could have found, like, another lolcow to fill your spot. But that time has come and gone, and now Keemstar is doing something else with Boogie and Wings, and they're gonna get a lot more money. And you're screwed yourself out of money. Again, it's not just because of you. It wasn't dependent on you.
You know? So, thanks. Thanks, everyone on the internet, for admitting that. Let's be honest, without me, it wouldn't have worked. Because it did, that's why the show never happened.
No one's admitting that.
Oh my god, he's drinking piss. I don't care about anyone else. I don't give a fuck about anyone. I'm a completely selfish douchebag piece of garbage.
And that's not a slight against anyone else involved. You know, Boogie and Wings, like I said, they're fine individuals and they're entertaining guys, and I feel like they could do a show. I don't know why they didn't.
And they
Honestly,
can.
They should have. They should have just done.
I agree. They should have. They should have just. They could have grabbed Cobra or some other dumbass lolcow who has like really stupid opinions. Honestly, they probably could. Like, the dynamic works a bit better if there's like one other person to play off of, as like, I don't want to say three-way, but with 3 different people, all with bad takes. And like, to be fair, Phil has like the stupidest fucking takes of everyone. So like, yeah, you would probably need someone who also has equally really bad takes, and that might be a little difficult to find. But like, it probably would have worked just fine without you, dumbass. That's just your narcissism showing. But that was really all for today. Yeah, so sorry this went a little long. Sorry I got a little heated, but see you next time.